guys, it's your girl Desse. Today I have the lovely reggaeton artist Lunaa Maria in the building. Formally introduce yourself, tell the people where you're from.
Yes, hi you guys, it's such a pleasure to be here, Des. Thank you so much. I'm Lunaa Maria, I go by La Gata Gangsta. I'm a reggaeton artist from Brooklyn, but I grew up, I was raised and I was born in the Dominican Republic. I do the majority of my promotion out there at the moment, and I'm just trying to expand out here in New York, in Brooklyn, with my people.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So you have an upcoming EP named Veneno.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Currently you have 3 singles out from the EP, 7 tracks. And I had the pleasure in listening to a few of your singles, and the videos was amazing. Although I'm not fluent in Espanol, the feel of the reggaeton had my hips rocking and had me going. So I'm like, yes, I love it. I definitely love Veneno because that is the name title your EP. Tell me a little bit about that video and how was it handling the snake?
Well, Veneno means poison. So I knew that I wanted it to be something spicy.
Okay.
And for some reason, every time I thought about it, I just wanted the snake. So I knew I had to have the snake, right? So it took me a while to actually find a snake, especially a snake that I was comfortable with, because I didn't want to have like my homie bring the block snake and all of a sudden now I'm in a hospital.
Exactly.
So I did some good research and stuff like that. But when the snake pulled up, I was scared. When that man took that snake out that bag, I was scared as hell. That snake was huge, 50 pounds. I can't even lift 50 pounds at the gym. That thing was heavy.
So how was that, just having a snake on you?
It was definitely scary, but it was very empowering. I felt like a goddess. I felt strong. After I stopped my shit, because I was scared at first, like I said. But once I put my big girl panties on and I handled business, it was so much fun. Like the snake, me and the snake was vibing. That was my little homegirl. Her name was Lilith.
Okay.
And she was so sweet. She did her thing and she bodied the shoot. So it was awesome.
That's because I do not like snakes at all. So for you to actually do that and perform it, you was on your Cardi B.
Yes, everybody was telling me that, like, how did you do it? And like I said, I was scared at first. But when you want something and when you just envision that, you just go out there, you just do what you gotta do. And I was just like, you know what? This is what I want. I just gotta suck it up.
That's what's up. And what was your inspiration behind the entire project? What was your process like?
Well, I definitely wanted to be very personal, right? So that's why the EP is also called Veneno, which, like I said, it's poison. And it talks a little bit about everything I've dealt with, being a young adolescent to a teenager and then becoming a woman.
Okay.
So that was my main inspiration for it. I wanted it to be raw. I wanted it to be personal. I wanted that if I was going to put out a project, it was going to be me. You were going to get a piece of me. Okay. So, and I've been working on this for a year now. And when I tell you, I went through everything working on this. I was even in a coma and everything during the process of working on the EP.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you even get into a coma?
So since I was little, I had really bad asthma. Okay. And I turned 26 and they kicked me off my mom's insurance. I just found a new job. So, when you first get a new job, you get that 3 months where you have no benefit. Exactly. So I was no asthma pump for 3 months. It was cold. On top of that, I was not being smart because I was smoking. So one day it was just like my lungs, I couldn't, and I really could not breathe. And I'm very strong, so I always tell my mom nah, I'm good, but no, I could not breathe. So I told my mom to take me to the ER. Okay. And when we got to the ER, they was like, nah, shorty, you're bad, you gotta go. Yeah, we gotta put you in a coma.
And when they said that to you, what was your thoughts about that? What was your feelings about the whole thing?
To be honest, I don't even remember that moment. I know this because my mom told me. Okay. There's a lot of things. So it happened a couple days after Thanksgiving, right? And the way it plays in my head, it's like Thanksgiving happened and then the next day I was in the emergency room. when it wasn't like that. It was days in between from Thanksgiving. So that's how you already know my brain was already not having enough oxygen. Like, I already wasn't remembering things. So all I really remember is just Thanksgiving dinner, being in the emergency room, and then waking up 2 weeks after.
And when you woke up and really got out, because I only been in a coma for 2 days, and I can imagine being in something for like weeks. Like, how was that? Like was you fuzzy? Like, did you remember anything, or was you waking up and you was like completely lost?
Well, I was definitely fuzzy waking up. I was also in a lot of pain. And I was super disoriented. My mom was there, which was great to see her because there was so many doctors in the room. And I remember looking up at the board and it said December. You see, I can't even remember the date right now. And I was like, Christmas passed? But mind you, it was like December, like in the teens, right? My mom was like, no, like, what are you talking about? So I was like so disoriented. But it was really tough experience because I woke up, but my body was not the same anymore. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't walk. Like, I needed help to go to the bathroom. And I remember that night, I'm a Libra, so I'm very airhead, right? And I was just happy to be alive. Like, I'm looking at the news, like, oh shit, I never seen the news before, like, it's new, right? And I'm just excited. But I remember the nurse, she was so nice. I remember her name was Rosa. And she was like, you like music? And I'm like, yeah, I love music. My mom was like, yeah, she sings. Like, she's making music, blah, 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 blah. And I remember the nurse playing a song for me. And it was that Dua Lipa song. And I can't remember if you don't want to see me with somebody, right? That song, right? So she played that song for me. And the music, like, touched every part of my body. And thinking about it now brings me chills because I just cried. Like, I was just so happy to be alive. I was so happy that God gave me another chance to come and do what I love to do. Yes. And listening to music again just, oh my God. It hit my heart so crazy. Like, it just certified to me that this is what I need to be doing. Exactly. Like, this is me. Exactly. So it was, that moment was just everything for me. And to this day, I will never forget that doctor because she, although I was alive and I was awake, she brought life back into me. And that moment was just amazing for me. Like, it was amazing.
You're here for a reason.
And even thinking about it, it makes me want to cry because that's how real it was. Like, oh man, it was everything.
It's amazing that you're here, and you're here for a reason, because if you didn't make it through, you wouldn't be doing this interview, to be doing this amazing project.
Yes, and meeting so many great people. I feel like life is aligning incredibly, and you just know, like, like, sometimes it feels like life around you is crumbling, but the opportunities you're getting, the people you're meeting, just feels like, yo, we were supposed to meet for a reason. Exactly. Like, and it's just amazing.
Exactly. So, how did you start music? Like, what was your introduction? When did you know that Luna could do music?
So, I would say I was about 5th grade. I used to go to a Catholic school that was really big in doing shows and talent shows, Christmas shows, things like that. And I remember my class had to do the 12 Days of Christmas. Okay. And I got assigned to do the 5 golden rings. And at first I was fronting like we would go to practice and I would just be standing there with like a straight face, like, I don't want to do this. And I used to be like, 5 golden rings, like a bird, right? And then I remember the day of the show came, and I remember one of my classmates, she was like, if you don't want to do it, we could switch. And I'm like, nah, girl, it's all right. I got it, right? So, because I didn't think that, I wanted to do it, like, shit. So, when it was my part, and I just belched out the 5 golden rings, all the parents just stand up and started clapping, and I was just like, oh shit, I can really sing, okay. And ever since then, I just knew, like, that's what I wanted to do. But I started taking seriously back in, I would say 2013. Okay. I started doing spoken word because I knew that if I wanted to do music, I wanted to write my own music. And I felt like I needed to get better with my penmanship and like get better with my words. So I started doing spoken word. I was even talking about this not too long ago before we even started the interview, how Like I had no equipment, had no studio, nothing. And I literally used to take my phone and record in my voice memo and upload my voice memo to SoundCloud. And if I wanted like a background music on it, I would take my laptop, I'll go to YouTube, put whatever I wanted, save my poem on top of that on my voice memo, and then upload it to SoundCloud, like super raw.
No, that's
super
dedication.
raw. And then it just went developing from there. Then I started doing some covers, like little bars. Then I started writing my own music. I used to do R&B and indie.
Okay.
And I just switched now to reggaeton.
Okay.
And yeah, this is where I'm at.
And what was your reasoning behind switching genres from crossing over? Because that's a bit switch.
Yes. So my heart is always torn between the two. I grew up in Bushwick, but like I said, I was born in the Dominican Republic. And I always, I grew up listening to R&B music and hip hop, but then I also have my Spanish side.
Okay.
Also, I'm from Bushwick. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans who live in Bushwick. So that's where I got the reggaeton from. So, like I said, I love to sing, but it's just I don't know, I would write and I would feel I don't know, it wasn't me. I felt like maybe I was putting up a front because at the moment when I was doing R&B and indie, that was the moment. It was like Janae was out and SZA was just coming out and stuff like that. So I felt I need to find me. And one day I just wrote a reggaeton track, and I'm like, oh, hold on. This shit fire. So I'm like, nah, all right, I'm gonna keep messing with this. So I just kept doing it, and I'm like, nah, this is me right here. This is me. So, and yeah.
And it's very Philly, and it's party-ish.
Yes, that's the thing. I love reggae, and I love that dance hall vibe. And it's so funny because during that time I was a youngin', and my mom was very strict. I was not in nobody's basement party, but I used to be in my room pretending I was in a basement party. I all the music and stuff, So, and that's what I wanted to incorporate. I wanted to make it feel like a part of me, that when I hear my music and I'm working on my music, it's fun.
Yes.
It's bringing me back to my inner child and very nostalgic and just feel good. It needs to feel good, because if this is what I want to do for many, many years, it has to feel good.
That's what's up. And when did you move to Bushwick?
I was a couple months, but we were back and forth until about 2 years, where we settled down in Bushwick.
So what age bracket would that be?
I don't even know, because it was back and forth. I even lived in New Jersey before I even came to
Was
Bushwick.
you young or
Yeah, I was fairly young.
So you more New York, more.
Yeah, I'm more New York. Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope. But I always ask artists, what is something that most people don't know about you? Do you have a secret talent that most people do not know?
A secret talent?
Or something that you may like to do that most people don't know about you?
I'm
or something weird. Or something weird.
The laugh? Nah, no, because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, damn, what would be an easier list? Things I can't do. I can't snap, I can't whistle. There's a lot of things I can't do. I can't ride a bike. At my grown age, girl, I cannot do. I was an inside child, so I don't know how to do none of that stuff. But one thing I would say that people don't know me is that I'm very down to earth and I'm very nice. A lot of people meet me and sometimes I have that bitch face and people think I'm mean and I'm rude and they're scared to come up to me and have a conversation. Little did they know I'm literally a fool. I love to joke around. I'm always cracking jokes. I love talking. I could get deep, but people don't, people see me at performance and stuff and I'm all dolled up and they think I'm some bougie chick. No, I'm mad cool. Come up to me and talk to me.
You're an artist, so being an artist you have to get into character.
Exactly.
And be a performer, so that all comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wrap my last segment up with something very weird and mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you a number 1 through 4 to pick from, and whatever number that you pick will be the most weirdest question.
I'm gonna pick number 2.
Number 2.
I'll pick number 3.
I'm crying.
No, I picked 2.
All right, y'all heard her. She said 2.
2.
Here we go. We going? Would you rather see your parents have sex or have your parents watch you have sex?
Oh my God, none. None. Like literally none.
You gotta pick one. If it was your
my
last choice.
God. Damn, you know, I feel like if my mom had see me have sex, like that's a lot to come with it because then she gonna be so disappointed. I'm gonna break her poor heart. So I'm gonna do it to myself, and I would just rather see her have sex because. I'm gonna just do it to her because then after she see me, then that's a whole talk. You know how parents are. Like then that's a whole like a whole speech I gotta listen to. We don't want to do that, so I'm gonna just do it to myself. I'm gonna just look at her do it.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you one more.
All right.
One more. Would you rather have nipples for toes or toes for nipples?
Oh shit. Nipples for toes or toes for nipples? Nah, I'd rather nipples for toes because just imagine you a big ass toe right here. That nah. You see nipples for toes, nobody gonna see those. Is that right? Hey, dudes suck toes, right? They gonna suck these nipple toes.
Why have toes on my nipples?
No, nipples on the toe.
Nipples on the toe. Nipples.
Imagine bumping your toe.
Wait, but how you gonna walk? See?
How would you
How you gonna walk?
How would you
Nipples on
walk
your
if your
toes?
nipples is your toes? It'll be
Oh, well,
soft.
I guess you only need your heel really to walk. No, you need your heel.
You need your toes.
So that's what I'm saying. How you gonna walk? I don't know.
Need a wheelchair. I'm gonna electric chair.
Exactly.
I'm crying.
So, before we wrap it up, I want you to tell the people where you can find your music, where can you find your handles, and your release of your EP.
So let's start off with my EP. The release date is May 6th. It will be out on all streaming platforms. I am having a listening party, which you guys are invited to on Saturday. So there's that. But on every social media, you guys can find me as Lunaa, Lunaa.Maria. And like I said, all my music is on all streaming platforms, and link is in my bio too. It's a little bit easier because you get the music and the videos all on the same place.
Yes. And it was amazing.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Your project drops.
Yes. Thank you so
next
much for
time,
having
guys.
me.
Peace.